Not so cold out today. It's kind of a little bit of foggy, a little damp, but not a bad day to work on stuff if you don't mind the dampness. But I want to get underneath this thing and check the brakes. Yesterday I was running it around a little bit, getting here, rolled the thing going backwards, just drifting right backwards in the driveway here. There was about well, that's all the grass I pulled out from the rear end yesterday. Right here is our caliper. You can't hardly see it, but I should be able to get this off without too much difficulty. And just have a look in there. And I found a set of pads online for it last night, which I'm thinking is probably the problem. But they're like $7.32, probably a couple bucks for shipping. So if I have to get them, I'll tack that onto the bill. And should be a pretty easy fix if that's all it is. I'm thinking that's all it is. Here's the actuator for it. And what this does, this actually pushes back. And this is, there's just no way you're going to adjust that up. Like right here, you run out of adjustment, and there's just no way. I was thinking there might be something missing, but I was looking at diagrams last night too, and that's all it is. Just these lock nuts right here, threaded rod and a spring, and this arm. There's no big sleeve or bushing or anything like that on there, so I guess I'll just take it off and see what's there. Here is pretty much what serves as your caliper. It's just a little mechanical thing, and right there, if you see that, as the arm pushes back, it starts shoving on these two little pins, which then push out on your brake pad. There's a little metal shim right back there, so I guess it doesn't snap your brake pad. This brake pad fits in there like that, in that little pocket, and you can see it just sort of shoves it out. Like that. Not sure what's going on here, but and this doesn't slide either like a regular automobile caliper. That's just bolted on there tight. And our rotor, that's what this is, tiny little rotor. The rotor slides on a spline shaft, so that's how it compensates for pad wear. And look up in here. Oh, it's awful crappy in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but the inner brake pad it's just about flush, but yeah, it's right here's a bolt hole, here's a bolt hole, and right here is the inner pad. Figured it out. Right here, this is an adjuster. That'll run this arm in, and that'll give you more brake. I mean, this caliper needed to come off and get cleaned anyhow, but that's pretty much what the problem was right there. Just needed to run this nut in some, and should work now. So that's it. Turns out taking the wheel off makes your life a lot easier. These pads are definitely wore way the hell down. I mean, that's how far I had to adjust it, and at this point I can push down the brake with my arm with some good effort, and get it to lock. And this spring isn't quite fully compressed, so I would imagine that's how it wants to set. I'm gonna I'm going to check out the online manuals later and make sure that adjustment is correct, but I believe that will be it right there. Now let's disengage the brake once. There we go. And this is pretty stupid, just have it sitting on a bucket, but it's what I had handy in it. Well, it's just stupid. But right there, that's how much room I got for the spring to move around without the brake being on. Well, one more thing. Maybe you know, you probably do, but in case you don't, you got a washer here, and you also got a key. There's a slot here in the axle, and there's a matching slot in the rim, and there's a key that slides into that. You want to make sure that key's in there when you put the wheel back on. Otherwise, you ain't going anywhere. That axle will just sit there spinning inside the rim, and you'll spin all damn day. Then you slide this little C-clip onto there. There's the key on, and this boot is shot, but I'm sticking it on there anyhow because it was on when I started, so it'll go on when I stop. And my battery's about dead, so that's all. It's fixed.